Joe Musso back in studio alongside the two-time champ Bryant McFadden. Mac, we know it's a championship culture there in Foxborough, long gone. I mean, this is one of the worst teams in the NFL who has to turn to their backup quarterback, and the Jets still can't find a way to execute at a winning level.
Confusing.
Where do they go from here? How do you come to the facility on Tuesday and say, hey, fellas, we got to get ready for another one here?
The Jets?
The Jets.
Where do they go?
It's over. I mean, mathematically, it's getting close to over.
You still have time, but what we're watching with the Jets is a team that's not together.
Yeah.
That's the biggest issue. Togetherness is very, very important when you're a part of a team. Everyone has to be on the same page. You have to have a relationship, not just on the football field, but off the football field. The lack of connection is the only thing I can give you into why the Jets are a bad ball club, because they have talent. I understand Aaron Rodgers, he's one of the older guys in the National Football League. But outside of that, they have some young guys that can ball. And they're not connecting. In today's matchup, you played against the New England Patriots. Nothing is a for sure thing in the National Football League. But you could easily look at matchups and say, this is a game you should win. Regardless of what your record is,
10 times out of 10.
This is a game you should win. The Patriots hadn't won a ball game since week 1. We're basically in November. They hadn't won a ball game since week 1. This was their highest point total in a ball game. 25 you allowed. Every other team that has played against the Patriots, they've done what? They've sacked the quarterback, they forced turnovers, they ran the ball, they threw the ball. Oddly enough, for the Jets, you did the total opposite.
A lot of these failures for the Jets have come in prime time for the national audience to see. This one may be a little bit under the veil of darkness, more of a regional product between these two teams, but is this the worst you've seen the Jets this year?
Yes, because of the team they played against.
Yeah.
When you lose against the Pittsburgh Steelers like last week or the week before against Minnesota, those are pretty good teams, right? They're not the best of the best, but they are a good team. They're serviceable teams. In today's matchup, you were playing against the worst team in the National Football League in the New England Patriots. Starting a rookie quarterback who got knocked out, in comes the backup quarterback. Jacoby Brissett just told all of us he didn't get any significant prep for this ball game. He was just thrown into the fire, and he made plays. Your defense don't get stops. Unfortunately, Greg Zuerlein had a bad day. And one thing I know about the game of football, Coach LeBeau used to always tell us, one thing about a bad team, they will find a way to lose. You just got to be patient. That's all you have to do, because a bad team, they will find a way to lose. The Jets, they found a way to lose this ball game. It wasn't like the Patriots just, hey, give me this. No, the Jets, you know, we don't want to win it. Not saying that's how they played, but the lack of execution.
There's no fire there.
They're not together, Joe. When you work with other individuals, you have to have a relationship to be successful, and to have positive energy dispersed.
And it is a quarterback that sets the standard. I will go back to Cleveland.
Right, I was getting ready to say that.
And you see what a change could be.
Yes, when you have an individual that the guys rally around, they gravitate to, you're going to get success. You're going to have success. It's unexplainable, because you don't expect to see what you saw today. And to your point, there is still a lot of football left to be played. But how can you make it right? You fired your coach already. You demoted your play caller. You made a trade. What else can you do? You got Hassan Reddick back.
Start believing in one another. Start setting a different standard in that building. I led this segment by saying this is one of the worst teams in the NFL. I was referring to the New England Patriots. I think that can go for the New York Jets. Nobody is scared to play this team, a 40-plus-year-old Aaron Rodgers, and what they currently are, a 5-game losing streak.
And that's hard to accept, because they have talent. That's the thing. Yeah. The Patriots, they're in the midst of a rebuild. They don't have the type of talent that the Jets have. So you could, not necessarily saying you can accept, but you can see if the Patriots are 2-6. It's a lot going on. For the Jets to be 2-6? Come on, man. You can buy talent. Expectation will come with it. You cannot buy wins, and they certainly would pay a pretty penny for one right now, a 5-game losing streak after starting the season 2-1, these Jets. Oh, you hear it? That's a sad music. That is. That's not good.
You know, they got that on the audio board right now. There's a piece of tape under it.
The last 5 games.
It says Jets. You just press that button when we're talking Jets, the sad music. It's terrible.
It is.
There is no redeeming quality to this loss on the road in Foxborough, a place the Patriots had not won since the middle of last season.